Good morning. How are you? Is it Charlotte? Charlotte, that name is so beautiful. I've always loved that name. I think I have a neat, yeah, on my mom's not direct side of the family, but she has a daughter named Charlotte, and I just love it. I always wanted to name. Um, I'm good, and you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you? Are you doing well? My pleasure, darling. Yeah, I always said that, I only had one daughter, but I thought if I ever had another daughter, because I'm from Georgia, I thought it would have been so cute to have a little girl named Georgia. Because Georgia just sounds so southern and cute, doesn't it? Hello, darlings. Hello, Diane. How are you? Marisol. Hi, good morning. Good morning. I love when you guys call me Razzie. Yes, it does. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, where are you guys from? Tell me where you're from and like how you found my channel. Was it just suggested to you? Because I'm just curious sometimes, I've been on the internet like 11 years and I'm like, it just seems so bizarre that like, isn't there a song so bizarre, so bizarre? Isn't there a song? Um, can you tell? Look, so because I have freckles and I have no, because I have red hair and like I have no normally like eyelashes or eyebrows, so I look sort of different every time. If I have no makeup on, like I just threw some blush on and some chapstick. So anyway, that comes with the territory. You can see my freckles and my wrinkles really, really badly, can't you? That's why I put it in the sunlight because I thought, you know what, let's do it different. I'm reading Pennsylvania. Oh, is Pennsylvania, I wanted to ask you, Charlotte, is it considered New England? Do people usually say if you're like, would people say, oh, I'm from Pennsylvania? Or would they say, oh, I'm from the New England area? I'm curious about that. Southern New Hampshire. Oh, wow. California? You're so nice. I don't want it to go to my head, but um, who doesn't like hearing that they're beautiful? Although, it's, darling, have you been drinking seawater? I'm teasing. So this morning, I'm just going to chat with you for a few moments, if that's all right. And like you guys care what I did today, but anyway, so last night, obviously I'm trying to live old fashioned. And so I've got chickens and animals, and I think we have, what do we have? 10, we have 10 cats. Okay. 2 of them live in the cottage with me, but and they were all feral though. They were kittens I found in the chicken coop. And so after our second set of hens and roosters passed about 2.5 years ago, right? Hello, darlings. How are you? I see you. I see you all. Oh, when people ask me what the accent is, it's made up. Let's just pretend it's made up. I get so much hate, which I find it very peculiar. But no, I took a British RP class, same one that Princess of Wales was instructed to take, and because I guess she was a little bit more a commoner, like her accent, but she is British, she's an English gal. But when she became a royal, they make them all do that. Did y'all know that? They make them all take like an etiquette, like British RP. So it's very streamlined, sort of. Do you know what I mean? Like this is what the celebrities and stuff. This is the classes that they'll take. unless it's more indicative of a particular role that really has to be way more accent, which they'll usually hire um, celebrities that are from that area if they really need that. But otherwise, just like Renee Zellweger, they all do British RP. And so anyway, when the pandemic happened, this is a story I tell all the time. I think I have it cliff note on my channel, is that I didn't want to, because I write books, little children's English Victorian books, and I didn't want to hire someone else. So we were in the pandemic, everyone was staying home, and I was like, why not? I got time. So, but I'm around Southerners all the time, so it's very, very difficult. Try doing that in a foreign country. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to do an accent. And oh, thank you, thank you. It's an acquired, yes, I understand. Yeah. But I was telling my husband Jeffrey Sean yesterday. I said, I get mostly lovely bits. People just are very, very kind, right? But you always have those people that are just excruciating. And I said, why is it that people look at it, if I try to do an accent, right? If I'm doing an accent, it's, I mean, most of it's pretty much, ingrained, a majority. Because you have to retrain your tongue, you have to retrain all of these sort of things, and so it just kind of like gets thrown back and forth. But anyway, I said, why is it that if someone's going to France and they're learning French, no one says to them, or you're learning Spanish because you're going to go visit Spain for the summer? Why are people up in arms? It's like they act like, but it's the same thing. Like you never say something to a person that's learning French or someone that's learning, or a celebrity. Yeah, I understand. I'm not a celebrity, but the whole thing should be, you should look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds so counterintuitive. Like that's probably not even the right wordage or phrase, but it's just, it seems like it's okay for this particular thing, but it's not okay for that. And I honest to God believe that it's because the people that probably hear me and they're completely irate about it, because no one should be irate about the fact that I'm talking a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's hitting on one of their nerves. Like, did you want to do that or something? And that's why you're so mad because someone did it and then you're irritated that they did it. I mean, and the reason that I say that, let me read some of your comments because I'm gonna do some channels for you. You have a lovely accent. Okay, thank you so much. I think you're absolutely amazing. Well, see, how nice is that? Hello. Hi, Carly Jane. That is so cute. Carly is adorable. Hi, Kat. Kat, is your real name Catherine? Boo. I don't know. Anyway, so what I was saying is, what was I saying, darlings? I can't remember. I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you, darling, for saying that. I'm trying to see. Let me see. I'm old. I should realize I'm old. I can't see. Oh, I love that handle, Karmic Slayer. Yeah, I just have my own unique style, It's like, yeah, if these people get triggered, that's thank you, darling. Okay, so the reason I say that is because now, you know how like we go through life, right? Ladies, darlings, we go through life and you either, there's some people that keep friendships for their entire lives. That's wonderful. I've never been able to be that kind of person. I don't know why. I think you either love me or you hate me, to the nth degree. There is no middle for me. And I've recently, after I started, listening to new beliefs and everything like that, right? Within the last 2.5, 3 years, I completely re was reborn, like none of the things that used to bother me now. They don't. I mean, obviously when people don't like you and they hate you and I understand it's coming from a wound, I'm able to speak in that way because listen, I've been wounded quite a bit, especially by women I was, And so, hello darlings, how are you? Hello, you guys are so lovely. Thank you so much. I really feel like I finally found my people. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever feel like that? Like, you go around and stumble around the world. It made me cry almost. Um, and you're like, what's wrong with me? Do you ever feel like that? Like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be like normal people? And then it's like, because you're not normal. I mean, maybe we are more so normal than the world is, but it doesn't seem that way sometimes. And so I had loads of friends I thought were my friends. And this is where I became really, really bruised in my life, right? I'm going to tell you guys a story about abandonment, okay? Because it was something that I really, really took me loads of years to learn until when I started listening to new beliefs at night to like rewire my subconscious mind. Thank you. Your content is, I am so happy. Oh, thank you. God, that makes me so happy. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I had all of these friends that I thought were my friends, when you're in church and you go to a congregation or whatever, and you normally, I was Pentecostal, and then when I was 17, I became Mormon, right? So I was Mormon up until I was like 42. And so I did the whole Mormon thing. Like, have you ever heard of Mormons? Like, yes, you wear the garments, you get married in the temple, you send your children on missions, they all get married in the temple, da, 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 da. You get married in the temple, that sort of thing. Like, I was really, really full blown, right? And so, and I'm from the South, okay? Do you understand? And it's like Bible Belt. You know what I mean? It's like very courageous for me to do what I'm doing. And that might sound like, oh, she's, bigging herself up. And I am, because it takes massive amounts of courage to do what I've done. And it took me a long time to do that, And, anyway, I'm getting on to the story. You guys, I'm a Pisces. I ramble, okay? I ramble. People would call me Rambling Razzie because I ramble. I just ramble, okay? So if you're here for like direct channeling, like I'm probably not the girl for you. You know what I mean? The way what? I felt the same way. Yeah, it's like trying to find those certain people that are like, you get to a level, it's kind of like the honeymoon stage. Anyway, let me recap on that because I go from one thing to the next, okay? And all of these people that were my friends that I thought, quote unquote, were my friends, like back before I like got my divorce and everything, like I was alienated, left on an island by myself, like no one from religion, especially no one from religion. There was one person out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that I've known because I've traveled the world, right? And they all turned on me because I was now, what are you doing, divorcing your husband and, leaving a temple marriage, because now I'm like considered like demonic and I'm going to outer darkness and hell and all of that. And so they all turned on me. And I didn't realize that that was the truth, like that they didn't really like me all that time. They were pretending to like me. And it broke my heart. Like, I was just like, I would never do that to someone. And anyway, so all of these girls that I knew, and we'd have book club every month and listen, we'd read Pride and Prejudice and we'd read Jane Eyre and we'd read all these books and everything. And they all talked about how they loved the English accent and how they wouldn't that be neat if we spoke British English, English. And I really think those are the ones that came at me so hard that I think that's why, because I literally did it and they're irritated about it. And I find it bizarre too that they'll like watch me, like even on here, they'll watch me, come and watch all of my content, make fake accounts that I just discovered last week because I found someone that worked for Instagram, and I found all of my old like quote unquote enemies stalk watch me on my Instagram. I'm like, what? Like, I was absolutely blown away. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, if I don't like someone, I'm not going to watch anything of theirs. Like, literally, I don't want to have nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? You block them for a reason. Anyway, let me read some of your lovely bits. I'm a rambler too. Good, good, Kat. Thank you. Kat, is that your name? Catherine? I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. Oh, wow. Yes, karmic. Yeah, isn't it interesting that they just absolutely they will abandon you, and it's a tribal thing. I get it now, you know. I totally understand because back in the way back, that's what they did, especially to like the healers and the people that were deemed witches and stuff like that. They absolutely had to banish them from the tribe to alienate and isolate them so that they could keep the dysfunction thriving. You know what I mean? So cyber stalkers, yeah. Like when I realized there was like I couldn't even count them all, but the probably about 35 of them, I was absolutely blown away and shocked. And I was like, no, because I blocked them. And come to find out they had made 2 and 3 and 4 accounts like of other, and I'm like, oh my, this is absolutely bonkers, you know? Incredibly proud of yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Oh God, it was really, really hard because oh, Cat is your, oh, okay, Cat is your initials. Oh, I love that. That is so cute. Um, yeah, so what I was doing yesterday, so that was the whole situation about that, right? And then I was saying last night, remember, do you guys remember all the readings and stuff you would hear the little baby chicks? Because this is like my 3rd batch of chicks. And so I got some chicks and I kept them in the cottage because I've lost so many, with raccoons and snakes and different things, when you're on property like that. So yeah, they like to come in and have your little things for treats, And also I have cats, but the kittens, Constantine and Peter, like we lost Prudence, but they live in the cottage. They stay in the cottage. But the reason that I have so many is because I went and this was going into the abandonment story, and then we're going to do channeling, okay? You know who was coming in, which is, I don't know why, but it was so bizarre. I was putting my blush on, right? And Drew oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. You guys are so lovely, so kind. Thank you. Drew Barrymore's father was trying to come in, and I kept like kicking him out. Like, I don't, like, I've got, I don't know why. Like, why is the celebrity's father trying to come in and wants to communicate? I know you better person than them. Oh, thank you, darling. Did you guys all leave? Are you still here? How do you like things? Can you like things from people? Like, how do you like stuff? I don't know how to do it, darlings. What do you think about that? About Drew Barrymore's father? Like, I don't even know who is Drew Barrymore's father. I don't know. Was he in entertainment? Wonder why Mr. Barrymore is trying to. I don't know. Do you think I should have like? Hello, darling. I see all of you guys. You guys are so lovely. Account today. Oh, you guys are so nice. Thank you. Is it Luna? Can I see that, Luna? Look at my work dress. This is my very first old work dress, and so I mend it because I'm working in the chicken coop today, trying to organize it. But anyway, yeah. So I transferred the little baby chicks because they're old enough now. They got the pretty feathers, into the bigger chicken coop. And so I have a little one. You probably saw it pardon me, probably saw it on my Instagram. And then I've got a bigger one, like a really, really big one. And so, yeah, I transferred them. I'm here. Would you get to know my father? Tell me something. Yes, Kat, I was thinking about that this morning. Because I remembered you saying that yesterday. Didn't you say that yesterday or on a video? Can't remember. Do you guys want me to channel first, or would you rather hear a little story about abandonment? You're like, oh my God, she's going to try and teach us something. I look lovely, thank you. Look at my rat-a-tat-tat hair. Thank you, Kat. You're so nice. Please. Okay, you would like some channeling. Okay, so you guys, you know my little thing. So it's going to have to be, I can't talk for a moment, okay? And then we're just going to focus in and try to see who comes in, okay? And I already did some like let me, you like my little Tinkerbell? Kind of clear the energy a bit, okay? And you're going to have to give me a moment because I have to get into my channeling, okay? Because I really don't mind doing it. Cup of tea. Yes, I'm having a cup of tea too. Like, I'm a typical Pisces. I've got 3 drinks. I've got my sparkling water. You know, I don't think it's called LaCroix. Is it LaCroix or something? I don't know. But I've been drinking it for like 15 years. And then I've got my Zip Fizz. And then I have my cup of tea. I'm a typical Pisces. I have to have 3 drinks at once, you know. Tremendously gifted. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me ready myself, okay? Now, usually when I do my videos, I always edit out because there's so much lag time in there. When I'm, you know, to get channeling, you know, like, you know how like you'll see like Tyler, is it Tyler Henry? I don't know, like mediumship. It's not like we have a card to initiate anything. So it takes longer. I mean, not necessarily. Depends on how eager someone wants to come in, right? But to pick up on the energy, it takes a little bit more of a finagling in a sense. Do you understand? Like the Tyler Henry, those things go on. Do you know that those are clips of like 30 minutes, but they usually take about, filming is probably around 8 hours for that particular 30-minute show because there's so much lag time in there. You're Pisces too. Oh, of course, that's why we like each other, isn't it? Okay. Yes, totally just listen to me, even though you're exercising. Go vacuum, put your earbuds on. That's what I would do. Okay, so I'm going to let me ready myself, okay? So I'm not going to ignore you, but I'm going to just see if what I can feel coming in, okay? So you have to give me a moment. And don't judge me from like when my head starts going like this, because that just means I'm getting into it, okay? Okay, so I'm going to do it now, okay? And send your lovely energy this way, like talking to your relatives that have passed if you want connected, because that will feed the energy in and it will cause them to, you know, I'll get picked up on, I'll pick up more cues, if that makes any sense. Do you understand? Okay. Okay, so immediately I'm picking up on someone. Okay, I'm picking up on someone that it's a father figure. It's almost like he has like a maybe at one time, maybe in his prime, he had a mustache. It's a dark mustache. He's got like a, not, it's not like a trench coat. It's almost like a little bit too baggy for him. And it's almost like as if he's like, you know, like someone that would say like, I don't really like to dress up like this, but if I have to wear it, like you find something in the closet, like in the back, and it doesn't even fit properly. It's like a taupe. a taupe color, and it's almost like too baggy for him. It's almost as if he's saying, I had to put this on for pictures. I don't want to wear this clothes, you know, and it doesn't even fit properly. I'm seeing a cane. He's actually got a cane with him. I'm hearing Albert. Mm. I keep hearing him say, like, it's almost making me upset a little bit because I feel like he's saying, darling, what do you want to say? Darling, what do you want to say? There's really not much to say, love. Why am I coughing? Was he a smoker? Why am I'm picking up on like laryngitis, like throat. And it's almost like I see this particular masculine, he's very much like, I kind of see him sitting back, like almost as if this attitude of, what did you think was going to happen? Yeah, I knew. Yeah, smoking would kill me. And he really wanted to enjoy his life. He's like, man, I don't care. I knew it was going to happen. Did someone die of lung cancer? Because I'm feeling like throat, though. Like, was there throat cancer, or it was caused by throat cancer? I mean, the lung was caused throat cancer. It kind of went from up. It spread. Confirmation on that. Was there like something that someone's father needed to say something, like they couldn't say something right towards the end or something, like they kept, there was too much air. There was too much air, because I'm feeling like there was too much air in their throat, like too much air, and they couldn't get the words out. And like you were hoping they were going to say something like, what are you going to say? What do you need to say, Daddy? And he couldn't say it. He's saying the reason is because there was like air, like in his throat. He could not get it out. But I'm hearing him like be like, oh, no worries. It's all right. It's all right. No worries. Because I'm hearing him say like, it wasn't something paramount. It was just like a little, I was going to slip this in, you know, just like, I love you, or everything's all right, or peace be with you. Because I hear him like, be still. Why am I hearing be still and know that I am? Huh. Was that Marisol? Is that why I was getting Marisol? Like I just saw that. Before I saw the cat. I feel like there's a female figure trying to come in. A motherly figure. This motherly figure is very, she's very like high strung. Like I feel her just being not high strung like nervous, but just like she's high strung. And you know, kind of like this, like I know I probably seem a bit weird, but like I see her like fiddling with so many things. She just fiddles. She fiddles. You know, let me organize these little medicine bottles. Let me make sure all of these little uh, hankies are all in order. Oh, let me do this. She was very particular. It's almost like she had, what is it called? OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And she was constantly fidgeting life. Like, I need to make this perfect. I need to make this perfect. Oh, you got it. You need to be buttoned up. You need to be proper. You need to be proper. Like, I feel very, very strict, and like she needs to get it out. Like, everything was quick with this woman. Um, she was like, even herself, she was very put together. I'm seeing her look, she looks like 1930s, which is like, I'm seeing like even those glasses, they're like gray rimmed, and she wears like bright, well, sometimes, well, she'll wear red, maybe like if she's going out to meet, because I'm hearing like meet her friends for with cards, to do cards or something. Like she played cards, bingo. But she would also wear like a brown color too. But I see like she would do her hair up real pretty and everything, kind of short. She was always well to do, well dressed. Confirmation. Because I hear her say, I'm going out with the ladies. I'm meeting up with the ladies today. What? I just feel like really, I'm starting to feel like very upset again. I don't know. Alcohol is coming into this one. Was she a drinker, like a closeted drinker? But she disguised it sort of like, I'm having a toddy with the ladies, or like always having drinks. But she was actually closeted, like she was a really bad alcoholic. And this was her like way of trying to be perfect. And I just feel like she's saying to someone, I don't know who it is in the in the um in the live, but it's like she's really, really sorry for putting you through that. She's like, I'm really, really sorry. I did not realize the effect alcohol had on our family. And I was too pent up, or too, I even hear like she's too just absolutely, I'm hearing her say I was bitchy. I wasn't going to accept the fact that you were going to tell me as a child, you're not going to tell me that I have a problem. And she's saying like, I'm really sorry about that, that I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that. Like too far into my addiction. And she's saying like, this was very common back in the day when I was growing up. Like it was disguised as like, as if, like if the father could still go to work every day, you know, and he'd come home and have some drinks or whatever, like, oh, like I'm hearing, okay, like I'm hearing like she couldn't deal with, was the father having affairs, numerous affairs, and she just allowed the, yeah, because I'm hearing like she allowed the alcohol to just get out of control. Because it like marriage and divorcing back in her day was like, it was unheard of. You just don't do it. You deal with it. You live with them dealing with it. I guess she discovered, darling, that your father was stepping out on the marriage. I mean, many, many times. And this is why I'm seeing like shouting going on, like behind closed doors, you know? I'm seeing like this older house, and they're arguing it, you know, trying to be like quiet, but they're arguing. Don't let the children know that we're arguing. And she turns to the bottle and spending time with her friends. That's how she just ignored it. I don't, I'm feeling like my ears like are really bothering me right now. Um she's very, very sorry. And she says, you know, I know you're not going to believe that coming from me that because I mean, she keeps saying it. Like, she's very aggressive when she says it. She's like, I know, I was very bitchy. I was absolutely bitchy. She says she's very sorry for what she did. She's saying that she knows that you also drink. Darling, whoever's in this live, she knows that you also drink, not to the degree, but even if you do, she's not going to say like, oh, you shouldn't do that. She's like, she wouldn't want to hear that anyway. Like, don't tell her what to do because she learned it from me. But keep it, keep, keep it under a handle if you know what I mean. Like, if you feel like you're, pardon me, if you feel like you're leaning into that and that's becoming a crutch, because I'm hearing her, I'm seeing that woman and she's got crutches. Start to remember like what your childhood was like, and that it can slowly, confirmation, it can slowly slope into that, like go off a cliff is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing again like this Drew Barrymore's father. Why is he coming in? I'm just going to channel him, everyone. I'm just going to channel him because I don't, obviously he has something to say. I don't know why. I don't even know who this is. What does he want to say? What do you want to say? Was he a, oh, was he a smoker? I don't know who he, I cannot, I need a drink. Was he a smoker? Okay, let me, has he not been able to talk for a really long time? This is taking the life out of me. I'm feeling like I see for this Mr. Barrymore. I don't even know what his first name is, but I keep feeling I hear Drew, like Drew's father, Drew's papa, Drew's father. Okay, so I am hearing he was a smoker. He was a smoker, was he? I'm seeing like a mummy, you know, like he's mummified, like for whatever reason, like it's been so long that this daughter has not spoken with him. Oh, I'm feeling really, really sad. Oh, like I feel like, um, I hear him saying like, I see her in, I see her. I see her in the business. I see her in the business and she's, I'm hearing scrambled. I'm seeing like scrambled eggs in a pan. Um, is she really, really struggling? Oh, because I'm hearing like addiction. Is she struggling or like on the verge, or she's sort of dipping her toes back into certain things? Because I'm seeing like a club or something, like a nightclub. And I'm seeing her like in when she was little, like the ET days, because I'm seeing the extraterrestrial, the alien. So I'm assuming it's, and I see her like with little pigtails. And then like I'm hearing like AA, like the father is very, because I'm feeling like this, like, why am I doing this? Pray? No, like he really wants to get a message to her, like, oh, because I'm seeing like an old fashioned wagon. Like, is she about to fall off the wagon? Because I'm hearing like too, she thinks all of her trauma is coming from more than her mother than her father. Does she look at her father like more like idolization, more like, oh, my father? And then she doesn't have like a really good relationship with her mother. But it really has loads to do with her father as well, I'm hearing. I'm seeing a pedestal, and it's almost as if maybe I feel like he's going like this, like she puts me up here. I confirmation, I hear rightfully so, rightfully so. Was he like a big time actor? I know I sound ridiculous, but I never watched I never watched television. I watched Little House on the Prairie. I don't know anything about him. I hear him saying like, you don't need to know about me. Just you need to get the message out. He was kind of like a little tyrant, wasn't he? His personality is kind of like very bold and like I feel like swagger with him, like almost like he would smoke on a cigar or something. Would he smoke on a cigar as well? Like with the boys or something. Like loungy is what I'm feeling. Okay, so like I know she has that show, the Drew show. I'm not that under a rock. So he's showing me the show. Because I feel like him saying like she needs to get out from this contract. Because I'm hearing him say, I know the business, and I wish I could be there for you in this sense to direct you and help you. Like to be this kind of like masculine figure that is protective of his daughter. Did he have more than one child? Was there a boy? Was there a son too? Because I'm feeling like, no, I don't know. Like, did he have another child with somebody else? Ooh, did he have a child out of wedlock with someone else? A son? I feel like he's saying to Drew, like, the stress is killing her. This is what I'm hearing. The stress is killing her. Like she's caving under the pressure of this particular show. Like I hear him saying like it doesn't have like much leg to stand on at this point. He wishes he could tell her and like guide her along and helping her with her companies and stuff like that, especially movies and things of that nature. Like he feels like, because I'm hearing him say like, get out of that contract for that television show, like it's killing you. The stress is just ridiculous. She has daughters, doesn't she? I'm hearing Daisy, and I don't know why I'm hearing Daisy. Is that her like signature thing? A daisy or something? Because I'm seeing daisies, like a field of daisies and little girls running around with little baskets. I'm feeling like he's saying, you know, you need to focus more on the children. Like this job apparently is taking her away from the girls too much. And she's counteracting the stress with she's on the verge of like falling off the wagon. This is what I keep hearing. What was this? Was that his? I know that was a signal for, was that a signal for like Carol Burnett or something? Because I'm hearing that. But did she think that that was cute or something? Or did she take that on? Or she liked that when she saw that on television? I don't know why that was, but I felt like that tugging. Um, okay, I'm going back into the live because I feel like someone else is really like, it's okay. So what I'm gathering is this is probably someone that is, because I'm hearing across the pond and I see a boat and it's like the boat is hurrying up to get to land, which feels very like American. Is there someone contemplating moving to America or the United States and they live like in another country? Because I feel like someone is like, we need to hurry. Like, we need to hurry. We've got to get like the passport. We've got to get the we got to get the photograph. We've got to do, and there's certain things like regulations, and they're concerned about. Someone in this live is concerned about like getting everything, the bits and bobs in order before like, because I'm hearing like before Trump does certain things or before the other countries start to put almost like a lockdown on things about travel, and like we need to hurry up. Okay, so I feel very, very strongly to say, Raquel, um, you're just merely, don't stress about it. We're going to manifest as our little group here, and all is well. You have no worries. Everything's going to fall into line perfectly, perfectly. Are you just taking a little reprieve? You just want a little reprieve. Like you're going to stay here for like the 3 months and you're like, I want to see if I really, really love it. And then whether or not I want to move completely for permanent. Why did I stutter there? Is it for work? Because I'm seeing work. You might be married to an American. Confirmation. Okay, I do feel called to say, like, if you're trying to escape whatever was going on there and you want a new scenery, it's not going to eliminate it completely, you know, your troubles and trials or whatever. But it will, the new scenery will actually really, really help you. It's going to revive your spirit. Because I hear, like, I see, like, you lifting, like, up, and it's like the clouds are parting. And so it will help you initially, but you'll still need to do a little bit more of the work, you know, a little bit of internal work. You've got a few wounds there, darling. And that's okay. We're all here to help one another and to, because I feel strongly to say that, like, you've got a beautiful community here and we're all going to help one another to become our greatest versions of ourselves, okay? Don't fret about it. Don't be in a hurry, because I feel as though maybe you're watching too much news or something, because there's a bunch of fear mongering going on. So it makes everybody become panicked. Don't panic. There's nothing that you can't manifest, darling. No worries about that at all. You're going to be perfectly fine. Everything's going to be wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to some pink suitcases. And they've got like a, what's that brand? Okay, so this particular girl, she's like planning to take a girls trip. And I see like, she's got two pretty, they're like the little shiny, like mauvey pink suitcases. And they've got the, what is that brand? Is it Burberry or something? And it's got like little ties on it, little scarves. Because it's like fancy, you know, it's like Yuppieville. I mean, come on, it's like very much. Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to say that. Someone's planning a trip and you really need to not go on that trip. Don't go on that trip right now. Manifest the date gets changed or you change the date, because I'm feeling like do not go on that trip. Don't go on that trip right now. That's stressing me out. I hope whoever hears that hears that. There's a girls trip and I see like 3 to 5 women and they're at the airport and they're all getting ready to put their luggage, and they're like little fancy pants, you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's a few in there that's not as, you know, kind of like precious, you know what I mean? Like, but I see like they all have like this Burberry scarf. I don't know how else to explain it. And one of the women has pink suitcases. And I feel very like weighted in my heart, like, don't go on the trip. And I also see another one that is, this is completely different. This is someone else going on a trip, and it's going to really affect, you have a small son. He's probably around 6 to 9 years old. And I think you're like, well, I have to go for work. Like, figure out another way to like maybe take the son with you, have someone come to watch him like in the hotel while you're at work. Don't leave the son at home is what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm feeling that very strongly. Do not leave that boy at home. And you're like, well, I do this all the time, because I feel like I'm hearing her say, the mom, whoever is in the live, I feel like I hear you say, well, I always leave him with, you know, caretakers or this person or this dad or whatever. Just this particular time, don't leave that boy. Don't leave that boy at home. He needs to be with his mother, especially if it's a work trip, that I feel like it's a work trip, because I can see the little boy like, and I'm just going to tell you this, that the boy needs protected, okay? Don't leave the boy at home. Take him to work with you. I don't care if you have to buy another ticket. I'm being very strong when I say this, and it's coming from a very like a very strong mother figure, that whatever it takes, take the boy with you. I don't care if you have to buy another ticket. I don't care if you have to pay $150 a day while you're in meetings and he's in the hotel. Take the child with you to work. And I feel very strongly in saying that, and I'm not playing games. This is what I'm feeling from her. And like the sun just like beamed on me. Like I can feel like the brightness of the sun, just indicative of it being the sun. Like it will dim his light if he gets left at home. And you will regret that. for the rest of your life if you leave them there. That was a very strong, strong warning. Okay, so I see another person. I see another woman figure. And I think that this is someone in the live. That you're okay, so I'm seeing like kneeling. So I'm assuming this is a Catholic. Raised a Catholic. Because I'm seeing like the little pew thing. Don't you like kneel on a little pad or velvet thing or something, and it has like isn't that what confirmation? This is what the Catholics do, and then they talk into the thing where the priest is on that side. Oh my God. Okay, so sometimes I wonder, like, should I say these things? This particular female coming from the other side, okay, is saying she's funny. She's very funny, and she's also like she's like, don't waste your time. Like, I guess you're contemplating like, oh, do I need to keep doing my faith, or like you're torn, because I hear like torn between two lovers, like those sort of like I always get that song. I mean, loads of times I get that song, and it's like, oh, but I want to do this other thing, but it's also like counter into, it's counteracting my religious upbringing. And I know this is a Catholic that was raised Catholic, and I see you about to kneel, and it's kind of like your mom's like, or it's like a grandmother figure. It's a female figure, and she's like, no, I know what it's all about. Like, don't even waste your time on this Catholic stuff. She must have been someone, because I can see like an older lady, and she like went through her entire life. Like, she would be at mass every time the doors were open. She was consistent as hell, because I'm hearing like consistent, like she was constantly always there. Oh, I mean, she followed this religion to the letter, like I'm seeing like, oh, was she trying to make up for that? Because I see scarlet letter on her forehead. Was she making up for, oh yeah, okay. So she was trying to make up for the fact that she felt like all these bad things I had done, I got to make up for them by going to mass and always repenting. And is the rosemary, was the rose, or what do you, rosary beads or something? And like she would sit, like even to her older age or whatever, she would sit and like she would have them, because I see them wrapped around an older lady, and I see a younger, like a granddaughter or a daughter or something, and that was just like what you always saw. Did you call her Nan? Because I'm hearing Nan, and she would like just sit with them, like she would always keep them in her hand, like, because I see like a cross, and then I see them wrapped around her hand, and you just understood like, oh, that's Nan. I'm feeling Nan is what you called her. But anyway, she's just saying like, don't waste your time. It's almost like, no, oh, I spent so many years doing that, and it didn't even make a hill of beans when I got here. When she's crossed over, she was like, oh my goodness, all that wasted time. She's kind of funny and jovial about it. She's like, oh, don't waste your time on that stuff, darling. She's really, really quite funny. She's very funny. Oh, she would always, I mean, she would take the piss out of anyone, wouldn't she? No holds barred. She kind of had like secretly, she kind of had like on the rough side of it, like when no one was paying attention, only certain people knew in the family, but she would cuss like a sailor. Like she was just, so you were getting like the flip flop of it. Like she was very religious, but she also loved to cuss. She loved to use profanity. Oh, and like I'm hearing the reason she did that was almost like her overt way of being rebellious, Yeah, it feels like she was trying to make up for like feeling like she had a scarlet letter, like she had like a very rough life or something like that, and she was trying to make amends for it. And I hear like ding, 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 you know, basically like, yep, Raquel, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah. There's someone else coming in that's like, it's my turn. Oh my God, these people that are passed over, they're absolutely hysterical. She's like, yes, excuse me, get out of the way, it's my turn. This is my turn. I've waited long enough for you, you old biddies. This is what she's saying. She is just like clearing the path, and she's like, okay, it's my turn, okay? Listen up. I can't help but laugh, but it's so funny because they love her on the other side, and they excuse her behavior. Like, let me see if I can, yeah, this, okay, so I'm seeing this particular lady. It's almost like it's reminding me of, uh, it reminds me of, just go with me here. It reminds me of the Mama's Family. And do you know how she would always wear the whole get up and everything? And she would wear the stockings and all. And then she would always carry a purse. Like, this woman always had, and she's saying, don't call it a purse. We didn't call it a purse. What did you call it? Handbag? Handbag? And she had soft, because I'm seeing like a stack of, what do you call it? Like handkerchiefs, and like maybe even like initials on them. And she always had to have this handbag, and this, you should always have to have a clean, fresh, and she liked to iron them, didn't she? She was very particular about this. Like, I have to have a fresh handkerchief. You know, it's folded perfect and everything. And like, I can see her ironing. Like, she would literally iron. This was her thing. Everything was very particular. And the handbag was black, and it had like a big square clasp on it. I'm hearing like someone in this live, it was their grandmother's. And because I can see it like almost in like an attic. It's in like an attic. And it had like a square thing here, and that was the clasp. So it's kind of opened up this way. And I hear like, it smells like my granny's purse. It smells like my granny's purse, handbag. And there's pictures of her too. Like, there's pictures, because I see her showing me black and white photographs of her with this handbag. She has, it's either one or a few, but she always had this handbag. It's like almost like pleather or leather or patent leather. That's what it was. Patent leather. And she took it to church, did she? And it was like, you could open it like that, kind of like it twisted that way. Okay, so I'm feeling as though what attic this is in, this is like a house that's been in the family or something. I feel like someone in the live is wanting to like get Granny's house. This particular house that this granny had or owned, it was in the family, like, because I feel like decrepit, like it's almost like the family's questioning whether, do we really need to even keep this? Like, let's just bulldoze this thing. But I feel like there's someone in the live that's like, no, I want to preserve it. Like, I really want to, like, I would like to purchase it and like refurbish it, like restore it. And this grandmother is very excited about this. And she's like, this girl is the only one that has any sense among the whole family. She's the only one that has any kind of sense. I mean, she's being funny, but she's, you know, kind of kind of having a go with everyone. Because everyone, she's like, everyone just is absolutely ridiculous. Like, why would you think to do that? Why would you get rid of the house? Oh, okay. So there's something tied up with money or something from an estate or something. There's been fighting amongst the children or grandchildren, or this has been the problem. Oh, okay. Confirmation. It'll all get worked out. Because you know what? Because I feel like because I'm seeing like two men, two boys, and then there's like the daughter. And the doctor is in this live. And the grandmother's saying like, oh, they're going to just give up anyway. They'll give up. They don't care really. They're not emotionally attached to it like she is. So why am I hearing, is it Sonia? Why do I hear Stardust? Isabella? Okay, so I'm feeling as though, yes, this is like your indication that your grandmother is going to be she's very much beside you, very much always cheering you on. Because I'm seeing like it's like a brick house. Is it like a brick house, like the red brick? It's a beautiful piece of property as well, because I see like even like a pear tree and beautiful property. And you see the potential in it. And everyone else is just looking at it like, oh, we could sell it and make money. And you're like, no, 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 no. I want to do this. I want to do this and preserve it and keep it in the family. It'll all work out for you in the end, just so you know. And your grandmother is right on your side. She's always cheering you on. And she's saying like, keep talking to me. Like, I know you've said things to me and you've talked to me on occasions, but you weren't quite sure if I was listening to you or I was paying attention. And I absolutely am. I absolutely am. And I'm always trying to give you signs. I'm hearing a red bird. I'm hearing mourning doves, the little gray doves. Because I'm hearing like you go out and you talk to the birds. Someone talks to the birds. And this is like your grandmother. Because you feel like, oh, I don't know who else to talk to. Like, who else should I talk to? And you're talking to your grandmother through the birds. That's how they do it. You know, their spirit comes in and they give you the thing, the little direction, the little hint, the little sign, the little symbol. I'm hearing the number 8 and 6. Also, like if you see 866, if you see 866, this is like a number. I'm seeing 1122 is another number. And I'm seeing a blue butterfly. I don't know why, but blue butterfly. Are there even blue butterflies? I'm hearing her say, that's not the point. The point is that if she sees a blue butterfly, that's me coming in to talk to her. Like, she is a very strong-willed woman. Like, ugh. She's like, I'm getting through some way or another. I'm hearing Arkansas. I'm hearing Sawmill. I'm hearing Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Oh my God. There's another female coming in. Okay, and She at one time made this joke about someone in the live siblings. Siblings? Is it her siblings? It's the one that passed, and it's her siblings. She must have had some brothers. And she would call them and be silly and say, this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Like, I guess she had this superiority complex because she was a female, and she grew up in a household where the females are very, very, they're the matriarchs. Like, you don't touch the matriarch. She runs the house. She runs everything. The person that's coming into mind is she's showing me the mother on Everybody Loves Raymond. Somebody in the live's mother, is it mother? That passed also reminds them when they see that television show, it's like, oh my God, that does remind me of my mother. Not completely, but there are many aspects of her that's, but it's in the opposite though. I'm hearing George. I'm hearing Michael. I'm hearing Alfred. I'm seeing like a French name, and I can't make it out. A French name. M. Oh, it's like a real, like, it's not like Marguerite, but it's something, it's really long, and I feel like in the live, it's almost like you're getting ready to like almost log off, like, my person isn't coming in. And they are, but you need to come back. Like, I feel like don't let go, don't leave just right yet. Because I feel like she's sort of like going in and out. This figure is going in and out, like, don't leave yet. Don't leave the live yet, please. Is there like a Jeremy? Davis? Quadruple. Quadriplegic? Is there someone that was a quadriplegic? Because I'm seeing like someone that was like in a wheelchair. There was an accident that happened. Was it from childbirth? There's someone in the live that they wondered what happened to this particular person and why they were in a wheelchair their whole life. And you never got the story. Like, you never understood, like, what was the story? Like, you had heard stories and you thought, well, was that true? Was that true? But there was no one to like really back up the story. And it's because in birth, the doctor forced the baby out, and like it squished the head. It deformed them permanently. And they were like, like unwell, you know, like it handicapped them. Yeah, the doctor insisted on this. I feel inclined to say though, the person in the that this happened to, like obviously they never had any they never had any thoughts of like, why did this happen to me? They weren't coherent enough in their brain to rationalize, to understand all of that. They knew this because they've crossed over. They've crossed over, and they really didn't know much about the physical vessel of their life. They must have been like in home care or some kind of like institution of some sort. But just know that they weren't abused. They didn't know much what was going on. They were taken care of, and it was fine. And once they transitioned, they were like, oh, okay. It was almost like they felt like, you know, like, oh, I just knew I was going to come into my, you know, come to earth. And then it's almost like a blur. They didn't even know. They were so incoherent about so many things in life. Like they were physically there, but they really did not intellectually know very much. So there was someone in the live that was feeling very much like, oh my God, I hope that they were taken care of. I hope that they weren't abused in this place. They couldn't speak, they couldn't talk. And they were absolutely, because I feel like inclined to also say, take this if it resonates. Might not be exactly, but I feel like this person in the live is like needing some little bit of hope that this was the person that we're speaking of. And yes, if you feel like, oh yes, that does resonate with me a little bit, then take it as that's your message. But this person, it was almost like they went to sleep and then they had a little lie down, you know, and then they woke up and then they transitioned and they were like, oh, okay, so I'm back with my family and everything's lovely and wonderful. Like it was very, even if they lived up to maybe like 50 years old or something, and then they passed, they had a fine life. There's no worries there. Don't be concerned about them at all. It was all wonderful and it's fine. There's no worries there. Okay? Okay. I'm going to come out of this. I don't know if... Hello, darlings. I hope that I helped some of you. Do you want to ask me any more questions? You feel like they're lining up to vent. It's so true, because I feel like there was so much, not hostility, but the energy was so like, I tried to explain this to my husband yesterday. Oh, good, Deborah. And listen, if you guys ever want to, you know I sell the little readings. They're $50 on Etsy. And usually I do it anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. You know, you can do longer if you wanted. It's 100, like if you wanted like an hour or something. But, you know, if you had any like really, really questions that like, I really want this answered, or, you know, I had one reading the other day that was like, they wanted to know if their father was murdered, you know, and because there was shady things that were around their death. And so, is your Andy okay? Jessica, hold on. Lydia, just a moment, darling, because I feel like something's coming in for you, but hold on, I want to answer this other one. Sell my patterns? No, but I'll tell you what the pattern is. You want me to put it? I'll post it on the YouTube, okay? I'll post it on my little, is that what you call it? You post? Thank you for the money, for the thanks, darlings. That's so lovely of you. I'm new. This was cool. Oh, thank you, Sophia. Is it Sophia? Oh, it's my work dress. I mean, it's all tattered. This is my work dress, you know, because I've got to get out and shovel chicken poop today. So this is what I'm wearing. Um, if we have multiple questions, 3, we can purchase the $100. No, you can just post them in the for that. You don't have to do. It's not like $50 per question. No, I'm not that ridiculous. Because I like to do whatever comes through is coming through. You know. So you can ask me like, because what happens is normally, darlings, when people purchase the $50 for the reading, so it's usually between 5 to 20 minutes. Okay. Um, and I'm channeling that because I don't use tarot, right? I just channel. And so whatever comes in, you know, obviously when you pose your question, I'm going to work on that inquiry and really center and focus in on that because the energy, that's what wants to come through, right? Because once you are the operant power, you're the one that gets to dictate what is going to come in. But if it's something that you're like, oh, I just want to know and I don't really care too much, like the energy is going to be that way. That's how the energy will come in. But if you have a strong desire to know something, like literally it will become very, very strong, if that makes sense. Yes, absolutely, your great grandfather watches over you. I don't know why I feel to tell you, Sophia, but like when you see crows, not ravens, crows, there's a difference. That's grandfather. Grandfather. I don't know why, but I'm getting a field of like wheat or something and like a scarecrow. Did he used to wear overalls or something? Sophia? Yes, Kara, I'll put the thing. It's like an 1850s pattern and I've been like that when I would sew for my children, right? And I would smock for them and everything because I made all of their clothes until they were probably 10, you know. Then they started, you know, being like, I don't want to wear this jumper, you know? Hold on, behind the veil oracle. Just give me a moment, okay? I'm going to come back to that one. Carla Ann. And yes, because I'm feeling as though like Sophia, I'm feeling as though I can see him like almost, you know how like you would do the scarecrows and he would be like, oh, I've got these old pair of overalls and they're no good, so let's use them in the field, or let's give them to so and so. They wanted to stuff and make a scarecrow or something like for Halloween or whatever, like because he always had so many overalls. Did he wear like a plaid shirt? I'm wondering, like, because I feel like I see a plaid, like a plaid. And it's almost like sometimes he wouldn't even tuck it in properly. Like sometimes it'd be hanging out the side. Okay. Sophia. Yeah. And I wonder too, like, did he chew like not tobacco, but you know, like snuff? Wonder at one time, did he maybe like use snuff or something? And then he was like, well, maybe I'll use chewing tobacco. Because I see him like digging into like the bags, like the old fashioned kind. Did he have a spit tune or something like specific that he would use? It's almost like he called it backy or something. Oh, thank you. Seems like accent channels are the one I feel yes, thank you. Um, so like I was saying, when you order a reading, like I said, they're $50. And yeah, I'm going to channel what, obviously I'm going to pay attention to what, your question is. Like, I don't like to do health, and I don't like to do, like pregnancy things. There's some things that, I just, it's an ethical thing. I'm not going to do certain things like that. I just don't feel ethically inclined to do those things. But like I said, for the most part, it's nice just to get a little reading so that you can be like, oh, okay, this is the direction I need to go. Because sometimes it's merely we're only, because we're human, right? We're in these human vessels and we're limited to a degree. And it's just nice to go, oh, okay, I should pay attention to that maybe in the future. Or, oh, I should lean towards this way. And it's sometimes merely just getting someone else from a different perspective. Do you know what I mean? Like a sounding board to be like, oh, okay, so they can see it without the forest for the trees. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Um, Let me see if I can come into the CA. Tentatively asked, does my father have any messages, please? You're hungry? Why don't you go eat? Go have a scone or a cookie or something, right? Yeah, just focusing on that. Because you remember, you are the God of your reality, darlings. You are the operant power. Nothing will move if you do not know or understand that you're the operant power. Understand that if I were to tell you that there is no God outside of you, now this is sort of esoteric, but you came here and you know that I'm very much into that. Like, I was religious, and so it's a very much different kind of climate to try and explain to people, but you're already here. So I know that you resonate with this, that every one of you are psychic also. I'm no different than you. I'm really not. You are the operant power. You are the God of your reality. So anything you want to hear from your grandparent, you want to hear from your child. Like, I wanted to hear so much. And I used to hear Sawyer all the time, my son that was murdered, right? And I didn't understand that my entire life, that I was hearing people from the other side. Like, I thought that was normal. I thought that was normal. Like, I thought that it was abnormal to not hear, people talking in your ear all the time. Always people like, let me get this message. And, oh, you see somebody at the store and you're like, oh, I do, you sense things and everything like that. And so the more that you tune into it, the more it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. But in order for you to be able to hear those messages for your loved ones that's passed on, all you have to do is channel into it and just be like, how like religious people are very much like, oh, well, God talked to me the other day, right? Well, how it's not that different. Especially, it should be easier for you to tune in to the person that was your dad or your mom or your little sister or your brother or whoever, because they were literally here in physical form. But you talk to someone that's you've never seen, but you feel them. So there's no difference really. It's actually even easier to connect with those that you knew, like me connecting with Sawyer. I connect with him more now that he's transitioned than when he was physical, because there's all access. You have all access to these people, right? And oh, you're so nice, darling. Thank you. Yeah, channeling, it does get stronger for you, loves. Yes, absolutely. And so I'm no different than anyone else. I just want you to be able to recognize your own power, your own, um, you know, you should put no one on a pedestal. No, no, no one. No celebrity, no da 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 da. You know what I was curious about, darlings? What's the fascination with like people wanting to me to channel celebrities? I'm just curious. Can you tell me, like, Kara? Um, yeah, and you'll struggle to separate. I always try to remember this, darling, is to remember to observe and not absorb. So just learn, like, try to teach yourself to observe what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, if you're, say, for example, you're in Target or something, or, when you're like at a flea market, like where there's loads of energy coming in, there's loads of people, learn to observe it and not feel like you have to absorb it in and take it in. Because I mean, we all have control over everything, every aspect, right? So Jesus is great. I love Jesus. And, oh, a Val Kilmer. Someone else said that. Is it Kilmer? Yeah, someone else said that the other day. Is there a reason why? Didn't he die like of a normal death or something? In the world, not of it. Yes, darling, you're absolutely right. Oh, is that why? Because of celebrities, you hear about them so much? Oh, okay. Why they make certain choices? Is that what you're saying, love? Warm, cozy. Oh, Paige, you found me because did it suggest you? Suggest me. Now Brittany, I just did one, darling, and then Aaron Carter. Isn't that funny? Carter, poor little thing. He died of pneumonia, but wasn't that like normal? Because didn't he have like a cancer, a throat cancer or something? Yes, Kara. Most often, people like us are bullied. But you know what? It made us, right? Because if we're optimistic, it made us know what is wrong with the bully. And we know what we're never going to become, right? So if you're in a terrible relationship, like say, for example, my previous marriage, right? I was in a 24-year marriage. And I manifested myself out of that marriage. I was literally in a marriage, had a mortgage, 4 children, and I just made that decision. I became the operant power because I started learning about Neville Goddard at that time, Before that, it was a little bit of Abraham Hicks, but I always felt like Abraham, which I love Abraham Hicks. I've went to many of her meetings or whatever you call it, like the retreats or the gatherings that she has, right? But I always felt like there was something that I couldn't get over the hump of changing the mindset because it was still in a mindset of waiting for this God or this outside, the universe is going to make it for me. The universe is going to do it. Like when I get into alignment, it was always something. And I was so frustrated. Then when I came onto Neville and realized like he's a Pisces, well, Esther Hicks is a Pisces as well. And so I find that interesting. But I wanted something that gave me the power back, which is exactly what Neville Goddard does. He was way ahead of his time. And basically, if you don't know about Neville, he was a psychic, right? And not psychic so much, but like an orator. He was a teacher, and he taught the Bible. So he learned from Abdullah, yeah. And he learned about the Bible in the aspect of it being not an actual historical event, but it was a psychological metaphor for us, right? And it puts you back into the seat of power when you understand that you are God, you are the God, and there's nothing that you can't manifest because you have the actual DNA of God. And when I learned that, it gave me it healed me from I knew it was truth. You know when you know it's truth? Yeah, he had throat cancer. And so that was surprising that he died of pneumonia. Like, what is the deal with pneumonia and all of these celebrities that die? Like, if they're coming out with a story or something, have you noticed that? Like, why is pneumonia so common on celebrities? They should have the best health care ever, and they're all dying of pneumonia. Don't you find that a bit disturbing? Yes, yes, I love Abraham Hicks. But I mean, Neville is the thing because it really puts you in the seat of you are the God. You are God. You are Jesus. You are God. And like it sounds very esoteric and way out there. And for the longest time, I was like, when I knew Neville talked about the Bible, I was like, nope, nope. I've had enough of religion. I don't want anything to do with religion. And then I became very much a fan. You know what I mean? Of a goldfish. I love that. I bet you I do too, because I've got mermaid DNA. You know how many people come on my channel that I have to delete and have my moderators like delete them because they're like, you're going to hell because you're pushing mermaids. My church, I was kicked out of my church because I taught a lesson one time on like all little girls are pearls. And they thought that I was pushing mermaids, and they kicked me out of my calling. Isn't that hysterical? Yeah, Neville's amazing, isn't he? How about Leslie Flint? Who is that, darling? Well, I'm going to go now. Bye, Sophia. I love you. Have a lovely day, darling. Have a nice weekend. Come back and see me again, okay? Would you be hunted for? Yeah, most definitely, I think. I think that's why I'm so hunted for witchcraft. I probably would be, yeah. I probably died many times in life. I think that's why. Like, I'm terrified of fire, and I mean terrified, but I have a high tolerance for pain, which is interesting because I do believe that we come back, and when we reincarnate, that your tolerance becomes stronger. So, like my tolerance for pain and like heat is insanity. It's insane. And you know, so like for example, if I put your hand under hot water, you would be like it's scalding you, like you would literally be scalded. But to me, it feels like it's warm. My husband is like, I don't understand it. And like for pain, when I would have my children and stuff, they were like, I've been doing, you know, birthing children, helping, what do you call it? Like when they're helping to birth children. And they're like, in 35 years, I've never had someone that can take this much physical pain. And so I always say, and I would tease and I would say, oh, it's because I've been reincarnated so many times and I was burned at the stake. I'd just be funny about it, you know? Dad, can you say a few things to me, please? Aw. Yeah, that's crazy. I do believe that the pain like that is because I think maybe like we were reincarnated, you know, and then our tolerance became stronger and stronger. Like we can handle that. Almost like the DNA was messed with or something. Let me see if I can channel in for something for Kat. Okay, so Kat, immediately I'm seeing let me channel in for Kat because Kat has been Lemurian. Oh, I love that. Lemurian and Mermaid Depths. I'm actually feeling, Kat, a black cat coming in with green eyes. Did your dad did you give your dad a cat? Or you had thought about giving your dad a cat? Or your dad said, well, I don't really like cats? Because I'm seeing like a cat, and I'm seeing a little like kind of a kind of like a plump father cat, kind of like a plump. He's got a little plump tummy, and he's sitting in like a chair. And it's almost like, did you try to like, oh, hold the cat or something, or? And he was kind of like, oh, I don't like, almost like, oh, I don't like this. But he's kind of like trying to get used to it or something. Or like he says like, no, take it or something, like it's going to get hair on me or something. Kat, do you wear glasses? Because I'm like hearing that song, I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. I'm feeling as though like, did you sit with your father at times or like talk about the weather? Did you talk about the weather like, oh, after a good rain or something? And you're like, oh, look at, and you talked about like what it smelled like with the air and stuff. Because I'm seeing you like, maybe you almost like, you were very like maternal to him, and he's your father, weren't you? Because I can see you like patting him on the back, like almost like guiding him, like, okay, come on, dad, or whatever. Like you were very maternal with him, like confirmation. Why do I feel like your mom like wasn't really in the picture? Did she pass earlier than your father? Because I'm seeing like this kitchen, like a 1950s kitchen, almost like those, there's like plastic things on the walls and stuff, and like the uh, red checkered like tablecloth. Picnic. Why am I seeing picnic? Looked like a picnic cloth. Okay, so I'm feeling very strongly, Kat, that um do you go and like have a picnic, or you've thought about going to the graveyard or being at the graveyard and like having a picnic, or this is something that you should do, Kat. This is something that you should do, is take a picnic. Because I'm seeing like a picnic blanket and a basket with the red check. And it's like, your father would love that. I don't know if he was, did y'all have him cremated, or, and then like move his, and then like put his cremations, like have them buried at a cemetery? Because I'm feeling there's something about moving. I don't know. Or is that someone else trying to come in? One was buried and one was cremated. Anyway, what I'm feeling, Kat, is that you need to take a picnic basket and literally like go and have a picnic, like at the graveyard. Like this would do you really, really well, and you would feel really in tune with him. I don't know why I keep seeing I see a little urn though, like a little urn that has like cremations in it, but I also see like a graveyard. And then I see like digging it up, or like burying it. Were you thinking about like, was there something to do with like where to bury him? And you're like, oh my God, I don't know if we should bury him here or there. Like not knowing where to like really bury him. Because I feel jumbled in my head, like digging up, should we do, you know, kind of back and forth, Kat. I don't think this is my dad. I don't know why I'm feeling egg, speckled egg, like a little egg that's speckled. There's a song, Little Darling. It's a really old song because I'm feeling like 30s, 40s, 50s. And I'm seeing like a father, and I'm seeing like it must be like some little dance thing or something. And the little girl is holding on to her dad, and she's like got her feet on top of his feet, and he's dancing, and he's like moving around, but she's moving with him because her little feet are on there. Was it like a little dance or something, kind of some kind of little recital, something, another? I'm hearing like, let's do the twist, like we did last summer. Is that part of the hymn? The why did I say hymn? Hymns. Oh, I'm losing my energy. I'm losing the channel. Channing. I'm hearing like, why am I hearing like Dove soap again? Dove soap? Someone's mom used Dove soap. Was there Dove soap, but it was pink? I don't know, like punch, like I'm hearing like at the little dance recital. I'm seeing like you thought it was really like you felt really special, like, oh, this is so special, like you felt really, really special. And like I can literally see you going over to like he's sort of walking you over, and y'all are getting like you know, back in the a long time ago when you would go to a little party or something and they would have refreshments or whatever, and it was like they had the punch bowl, and it was like some kind of like red punch or something. And I feel like him saying like, don't get it on your dress or don't get it on your little clothes or something like that. He's being like very like tender with you. I don't know, but I'm feeling like, did he sort of like was the nurturing one out of you, him and your mother? Like you more leaned on like it because I see him kind of sliding in. Like when it comes to your mother, I don't know why, but I feel like he kind of like is coming in between both of you, like almost like kind of softening everything a bit. He always had a way of like gently softening things. You know, if there was an argument or something, he would always like curtail you, kind of help you, you know? Goodbye, darlings, the ones that's left. Thank you so much for staying in. Yes, caress. That's what it's called. God, that's what it is. Caress. Thank you, darling. And it sort of smelled like rose or something, didn't it? Rose. Did he bring you a rose or did he get you a rose? Like, did he buy you a little corsage or something and you put it on your wrist or something to make you feel like fancy, you know? Because I see you like straightening out your little dress or whatever. Like you had like, I don't know, it's almost like a seersucker or something of like white, or maybe like a soft blue or like some kind of pastel-y color. But it was like dotted Swiss or something. You know what I'm talking about? It was and you were like, you felt really, really cute and like really sweet and proper, you know, in this little dress. And you were like, smooth it out a bit. Oh, that gives me chill bumps. Oh, it's like, it reminds me like when you see a photograph of that, of this particular, I mean, it could have been like you wore this dress several times or whatever, and like it has meaning to you. Like you really love this dress, or like when you see this pattern or you see this type of fabric, it really brings back that memory of those happy times. Because I feel like inclined to tell you like, yeah, you absolutely should buy like more clothing that way. Because if it makes you feel happy, because this kind of like settles in your mind as a memory that's wonderful, that you should accentuate all these beautiful things that make you happy, bringing those into your life more and more directly. I don't know why, but I'm seeing a swimming pool. Did someone in here have like someone that drowned? Like someone drowned? Someone drowned. And this has had a massive impact on someone that it's almost like made you afraid of swimming, made you afraid of water. You're like, you don't even really like enjoy baths very much. Because I see like, I'm not taking a bath, I'll take a shower. I feel like saying, someone's trying to say like, please don't let this be something that affects you for the rest of your life. That there is beauty to be had in the water, in the ocean. Because I feel like this is kind of like they're really being like stubborn about it, like, ugh. And there's somebody in your family that always wants to either go swimming or go to like a swim park or go to the ocean or go to the seaside or whatever. And you're always like, yeah, you don't really care about it too much. And I see even like children in here, like wanting to make sandcastles and things like that. And you're like, no, I really don't care too much about it. And this is the direct reason for it. Like you heard something, someone died of a drowning, an accidental tub bath drowning. It was something to do with drowning. And it terrified you, like literally terrified you. And so you have carried that on, and this is causing you not to experience so much happiness in your life with your children and such. That get out of that. Nothing's going to happen to you. You have to remember that you create your reality. So you just say, no, everything's going to be wonderful for me. Nothing like that's ever going to happen to me or my children. Because the more you ruminate on it, the worse it becomes. Have you ever noticed that? Like, the more you say, oh, I don't want to do that, the more that kind of thing happens. Do you understand? It's like momentum. Let me see what I've got here. Bye, Kat. Oh, Sophia, yeah. Oh, I thought you left, darling. Yeah, I feel as though like this is having a massive impact on like family members, and like it's really causing, it doesn't seem like it's become like a big to do, but they're very much like, it always seems to go around that, like, oh well, yeah, well, I don't really want to go, or you know, there's always some excuse or something another about it, but it's really the heart of the matter is that trauma is so deep embedded in the family, like the family, and it's talked about and like everyone knows, and it's creating this generational pull to continue on that trauma. So I'm feeling as though inclined to tell you, like, start making small moves to implement and make sure that you're not having anything to do with that, in the sense that, because it makes it where everyone, like children love water. We're made up mostly of water. So we're all drawn to water naturally. And yes, things like that happen. But if you can realize, no one ever really dies. No one ever really dies. They're still here. You see how I'm pulling in all of these energies? They're still here. Energy never dies. So that's a beautiful, lovely, optimistic way of looking at things, isn't it? Bye, darlings. I hope that you have a lovely day. I know it's been, oh my God. I've been on here for 2 hours. Okay, so I guess I should probably close it out. Do you guys have any more questions? That was a long channeling, wasn't it? Yeah, I feel like I'm very, very exhausted, very tired. I am very tired. Yeah, see, I do feel as though, Sophia, that is exactly what's happening. But I do feel as though you can help, like, auto-correct this, you know? Would you guys like me to go live more? I mean, I don't think I went live last week, did I? But anyway, I can do that more if you would like to. Thank you so much for everyone being here. I don't want to keep you any longer. I mean, geez, I think my phone about go out, no? But I would love to. I'll go live again so that we can do this again, okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for New Day. Let me do that one, and then I will pop off. I would love you and leave you. Love you and leave you. I'm trying to channel in on the little adoption. Does the little boy, does he have another, like, another sibling that's in adoptive care already, like from the same mother? Thank you, darlings. You guys are so sweet. That was confirmation. Okay, so I do feel as though, yes, that I do feel as though, oh, okay. Where's the person that was talking about the adoption for the 2025? Can you please come back on here for a moment? Um, I feel inclined to tell you that yes, actually the adoption's going to go well, darling. But I want you to understand, make concerted efforts. Make concerted efforts for this little boy that you're adopting to really, really, oh, it's making me cry. Okay, you're gonna have to really, really be sentimental and soft with him when it comes to like having this sense of feeling like so like for example, okay, so like for example, because I'm feeling like a real strong, like a disconnect, almost like this death of a sibling. And I think it's because there's the little boy is going to really need loads of extra attention around feeling that he's not losing that sense of boyhood with like an older brother or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really going to need this kind of whether you have play dates for him or whatnot, keep him around like a little bit older boys. This sense of feeling like he needs to feel like he has like a brother, okay? Even if he doesn't have a brother, he really needs the masculine, but a brotherly masculine, okay? So if he can like have a cousin or something and it's a boy, like make sure they have loads of play dates. Even if they're toddlers right now, I don't know what the age is of this little boy, okay? Even if he's little, make sure he has masculine influence in his life, because he needs that sense of feeling, that connection with the boys, with feeling like, oh, this is my cousin or whatever. This is going to really make him feel strong and empowered, okay? And not in a bad way. He needs that, because I feel like it's this ripping, and it's traumatic to him. So you've got to really nurture him in that area where he doesn't feel such a loss, okay? I hope that you saw that. Yes, very important to be around boys. And like if you have to like get into a little mothering group or whatever and there's little boys there or whatnot, he's going to take to almost all the little boys, okay? And I see like a little boy that will become very good friends with him, and he's really going to take to this little boy. You might see this little boy and think, oh, there's something wrong with him. Okay, there's not. He wears glasses. He looks like there's something might be mentally, he's slow. He's not. It's just that he wears glasses at such a young age. He's been sent. He's been sent to be that child's friend. Okay, so make sure that you really don't discard this little boy, because he might seem like he comes across sort of slow. I'm seeing like he's around probably 10 to 12, but he moves slow. He seems like it takes a while for him to process information, but he's very smart. But he might even he might even be on the verge of like the spectrum of autism, but he's just on this like a tiny spectrum, and he wears glasses. And you need to make sure that this is going to be someone that's spirit sending someone. This is his spirit family to be there for him, because he really is going to need this child to be his friend. very torn up about this because I think it's a beautiful thing about adoption, but it's also it's hardwired that it's a whole new world that he's got to acclimate to. So just be very patient. Be very patient. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I think that I'm going to close this live. Okie dokie. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you have a lovely weekend. Sorry, I'm all stuffed up now. Have a lovely day, darlings. I'm going to close it out now. I'm very, very tired. I'll have more lives, okay, dokie? All right, darlings. Cheers. Toodle pip.